Genesis chapter 1 verse 5 begins with a simple yet profound statement. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. In this single verse, we witness the very beginning of time as we know it. God, the creator of all things, takes the formless void and begins to shape it, to bring order from chaos. He separates the light from the darkness, a fundamental division that sets the stage for everything that follows. This act of separation is not just about physical light and darkness. It represents the establishment of order and structure in the universe. God is not a God of confusion, but of peace, as stated in 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 33. From the very beginning, we see his desire to bring clarity and purpose to his creation. In the separation of light and darkness, we witness the birth of time itself. The act of naming is significant. When God names something, he gives it identity and purpose. By calling the light day and the darkness night, God establishes a fundamental rhythm to creation. This rhythm is not arbitrary, it is intentional, a reflection of God's own nature. Just as God rests, he built rest into creation. This naming also reveals God's sovereignty. He is the one who defines reality. He is not bound by time, but is the one who sets its boundaries. In this simple act of naming, we see the awesome power and authority of our Creator. God spoke, and it was so. He commanded, and it stood fast. Before God created day and night, there was no concept of time as we understand it. Everything was formless and void. But with the establishment of day and night, time is born. This gift of time is essential for life as we know it. It allows for growth, for change, for development. The cyclical nature of day and night provides a framework for life to flourish. Plants and animals alike are influenced by these rhythms, their biological clocks attuned to the rising and setting of the sun. We too are creatures of time, our lives measured out in days, months, and years. Genesis chapter 1 verse 5 concludes with these words, "And there was evening and there was morning, the first day." This simple phrase marks the completion of the first cycle of time. It is a pattern that will be repeated throughout the creation account and continues to this day. This cycle of evening and morning is not just a physical phenomenon. It is a spiritual metaphor for the ebb and flow of life. There are seasons of darkness and seasons of light, times of joy and times of sorrow. But through it all, God's rhythm continues. His faithfulness is renewed each morning. His mercies are new every day.